Hi, you're watching Shane from Active Air Sports Therapy. Today's self-treatment tip is how to adapt and overcome. So why is this important? Well, things don't always go to plan, especially training. So when stuff hits the fan, we can lose control, we can lose track of what we're doing, and more often than not we end up hurt. We end up injured, we end up ill, we end up frustrated and fed up. So recognising when we need to adapt to overcome a situation can be quite important in terms of your injury and your success rates. So let's have an example. You're a runner and you want to do 5 times 1 kilometre at your 5k race pace or faster. But it's pretty cold, it's icy outside, and therefore it's quite slippery underfoot. And in order to run at that effort, it's going to be quite difficult and you're going to be slipping all over the place. Firstly, it's unlikely that you're going to hit your targets or your target times because the conditions are just going to slow you down. Secondly, your body is going to be working in overdrive to try and stabilise and propel itself forward with less traction underfoot. In turn, this is going to overwork key muscles that you use when you run, especially around your hips and your calf. So we need to think about what we want to do, how we want to do it, but most importantly, why we want to do what we plan to do. The why is important because when we know that, it means we can adapt to any situation and still achieve our overall aims and work towards our big picture, our goal. So in that example, we know what we wanted to do. Run at a high intensity for a set amount of time. We know how we wanted to do it, by running at your 5k pace or faster. So do we know why we wanted to do it? If the reason why we wanted to do that was to train a specific physiological component, then how else can we achieve that? Could we achieve that on the bike, on a turbo trainer? Do you have access to a treadmill? Could we use a football pitch and wear better footwear? And overall, we can work to effort if we want to work that physiological component. If the reason why we did that session was to practice running at 5k race pace or faster, then there's a mechanical and a psychological component we wanted to train here. And that's just not going to happen in those conditions. And it's not going to be simulated on a treadmill or on the grass or on the bike. So we probably need to can that session for that day, look at our training plan, and look at when we can put that in when it's better conditions. And that example can be applied to any form of training session. So we just need to be aware of what we want to do, how we want to do it, and most importantly, why we want to do it. Then we can make the relevant changes and overcome that situation and still work towards our overall goal. So hopefully you've taken something away from this video. Next time you're in a situation where you might need to change and adapt what you're doing, give it a try and let us know how you get on.